Microphone. Testing. Talking. Hello, everybody. Doing talking noises. I think that should be working now. Welcome back. God damn it, OBS. Me and you's going to fall out something rotten. For some reason, it decides to keep either updating itself or just throwing just a temper tantrum for a little bit. And it decides that it just doesn't want to do whatever it's supposed to do, and it just does its own thing. Sidecar passenger, talking noises. Exactly, that's all we've got now is talking noises. So, welcome to you all. Hope you're well. It is, of course, as I say, it is, of course, Friday night, which means we can sit and we can chat and we can do our British Steel thing. Season 12, East Fife, British Steel. Let's have it, shall we? There we go. Now tell me that all the music has still come across nicely on here. I think it has. We're here now. Everything is good. Apologies for that, everyone. Bit of technical drama at the start, but drama is what we do around here. We absolutely do drama. As you saw, the last couple of nights we've spent a copious amount of time, haven't we? We've spent probably too long, some would say. 2 streams, to be exact. 2 entire streams looking at recruitment, looking at the squad, looking at the players that we're going to keep, the players we're going to sell, release, players we're going to bring in. We left no stone unturned. We thought, right, now let's also look at our philosophy. Let's start working out how we want the team to play. Look at the tactic. What was bad last time? What happened last season that we didn't appreciate and we can try and change and make it better? 2 streams we spent doing that. Okay, we beat Dundee in a friendly. We were like, get in, this is going to be brilliant. We beat Rothes 5-1 another friendly. We thought, easy, fine, that's a guaranteed banker. We played Aberdeen, where we didn't imagine our goalkeeper Andy Caddy was going to end up playing in the Gold Cup for Martinique, so he wasn't available. And despite spending 2 streams trying to buy players, we did not buy another goalkeeper. So we gave a debut to 15-year-old Connor Patterson, who turned up and played in nets against Aberdeen. And I mean, look, he did his best, to be honest. He conceded 3 goals. We lost 3-1. Fine, understandable, not a problem. Then we took on Brora Rangers in the Premier Sports Group Cup again. Brora Rangers, who are below us, they're in League 2. We lost 2-1. We absolutely smashed them. Look at this for momentum. How on earth did we lose that game? They had 2 chances and scored them in the first half, and then we scored in the second half. But look at that, outplayed, completely outplayed. Right, Aberdeen, understandable. We took a bit of a pounding, to be honest, but you know what? We scored just before we got a bit of momentum swing here, so we were penned back, to be honest. But never mind. That was just for experience. But the Brora Rangers game, that was a bit of a struggle, to be honest. Wasn't really expecting that. In terms of recruitment, this is who we brought in. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the players we have brought in. First of all, we brought in Stephen Gray, who came in from Inverness Cali Thistle. Right, he scored 12 goals in 55 games for Inverness. He scored 15 in 63 for Morton. You can't see that; it's just behind my head, but trust me, that is definitely true. That's what he's done. Okay, so what we have up here is basically we've brought him in. He's 6 foot. He plays a target forward. We want someone to potentially change the game as the time starts to tick down, and he did that against Dundee. He came on and he changed the game and he scored a goal in that friendly. So he's an option there, right? Plays his back to goal, comes deep to get the ball, moves the ball into his right foot before dribbling. Fine, decent striking option up there. We also brought in another player called, renamed Snowy Winter. He was called Mark Winter, I think. Brought him in from Tottenham. Look at this lad, 18 years old, okay, 6'1". Fans of the Football Manager podcast will know that Kingston upon Thames means he's from Hull, clearly. Jumping reach of 13, even though he's only 18. Determination of 15. teamwork of 14, marking of 12, tackling of only 10 at the minute, but technique of 12, heading of 11. He's got concentration of 13. He's got decision making of 12. He's got all the potential, hasn't he? He's got all the potential. Acceleration of 13. If he can just up that anticipation a little bit, then I think we've got ourselves a player right there. Like, he's on a long-term contract as well, 3-year contract. This is a cracking signing for Scottish League One, to be honest, right? So we're not like we're putting all our eggs into one basket, but basically he carries a basket of eggs. That's just where we are with him. So he's our big signing so far. Cost us nothing. Free transfer. Tottenham released him. This is the goalkeeper we've brought in as a backup, Luca Cavallera, who's coming from Livingston. He is a backup goalkeeper. Area reach of 15, commanding of the area is 12, handling's good, balance is good, reflexes are okay at 11. So, that's fine. He uses long throws to sort out counter attacks as well, which is quite handy, to be honest. We also brought in this guy, Craig Lapsley, from Plymouth, actually on loan. We needed a fullback. We're starting with Adam Steele. We're going to keep Lapsley in there as well for some options, really, to be honest. Nothing's really jumping out at right back at us. We've tried to get a couple in. We've missed out on those targets. But he's got enough about him. Acceleration of 11, that's fine. Balance is decent. His tackling's good. His technique's good. His marking's pretty decent. His concentration's fine. His anticipation and bravery are pretty good. So he can kind of do positioning of 12 as well. He can kind of do a decent enough job at fullback. And he's only 19, so he's going to learn. So, and then we've also brought in a third goalkeeper, just another backup one, to be honest. Just because, just trying to avoid the issue we had with a 15-year-old in goal, to be honest. So that's what we've got in terms of additions to the squad. We've still got players that are on trial. We're still looking at various players as well. We looked at this guy, Nuruddin Mante. Could have been an option as well, but I don't know. I'm a bit worried now about having too many goalkeepers in there, but we'll see. He wanted to be a star player, so he probably could be, but to be fair, I think Andy Caddy is pretty much all right, really, for this level of football, so we might pass on him. We're not sure. In terms of tactic, this is where we're at, okay? This is what we've started the season on, or at least this is what we're going to start the season on, okay? Slight change from what we had was a standard 4-4-2. We've gone with a 4-1-3-2. It's still technically a 4-4-2 in a way. We've got Donald McDonald as a deep line playmaker. We've got Brogan Walls breaking through as an attacking midfielder. We could really need, if we can get a better player than Walls in there, we will. But he's been there because he's basically been there for since the dawn of time. He could potentially break the club's appearance record in a couple of seasons. So I quite like that. So McDonald, again, not really the greatest deep line playmaker. His passing's 13, his vision's only 9. So again, we could potentially look to bring another player in. But for now, it's not too bad. Spencer, we've decided we're going to take him out of the wing, pull him back to the wing back position. He does want to leave, so that might mean we might have to look for another left back as well at this point, because we released Blakey during the pre-season. Steele goes as a standard right back. No nonsense centre back and normal centre back with Snowy and Allen. Box to box midfielder is Charnley, who's going to be doing a lot of running because we think he's going to be quite important this season. That 19 for determination, that 12 for acceleration. His fitness is really good. His teamwork's great. I think he's going to potentially have a good year this year. And Archie Green, we want to see more from him. He's on big money. His mentals and his physicals are really good. His technicals aren't particularly good, but I want to see a bit more from him. See him getting those tackles in, break and play up. He's a ball winner. Let's just fucking get the elbows out and that. Let's see what he can do. I don't think he is related to Chick Charnley, unfortunately, but it would be great if he was, sadly. But there you go. It can become a diamond as well, A15, so already one step ahead of us, to be honest, because look, no, that's the defensive version, sorry. We can move it in like that, and that becomes the diamond, which is quite handy. We can do that, of course, as well. And also what we can do is we have other options. We have the old odds ball club formation, which is sort of just switched around a smidge. So Walls and McDonald could switch there. We can go for a 4-3-1-2. And then when we lock things out, we go cautious, we go counter-attack, so everyone sits deeper in a low block. Isomorph, we are in League One in Scotland at this point, so that's tier 3 out of the Scottish Pyramid. So we're hoping for a bit of promotion this year. We're hoping for a much better season than we had last season. Last season was really, really bad. We were expected to finish in the playoff mix, and we were nearly relegated. So let's hope for better. I think that seems fair, doesn't it, to be honest? Carrier on both wide centre midfielders to make more cover for the wings if you get overloaded. Yes, not a bad shout. Not a bad shout at all, to be honest. Either way, great choice of tactic, personal favourite. Oh, bless you. Nice to have you inside car as well, by the way. So, nice to see you. Of course, nice to see everyone on a Friday evening. Hope everyone's weeks have been good, by the way. So, can I suggest if deep line forward doesn't work, try target forward and support? Yes, exactly. Well, the reason that we've gone for deep line forward at this point is because it's McBride. Now, he wants to be a poacher, apparently, but he did do pretty well last season, dropping in and picking the ball up, moving in these challenges here. Lets Macbeth go and do his thing. So we'll see it. We can trial it. We can mix it around. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Steele stays at right back in the minute because we don't have another right back, to be honest, year on. And it's also a way of keeping Spencer in the side. When Spencer goes, if we haven't got another left back in, then yes, he could potentially move. But he's also, where is it? He's also very right-footed. Reasonable left foot, but not brilliant. So although he's quick, his crossing's not particularly great. His positioning's not ideal, so I'll be reluctant to put him on the left just in case. But he can get up and about. It's not a problem at all. But I think let's try him in his natural position first of all. If that doesn't work, then we've got options. We can move things around. We've still got a bit of time left in the transfer window as well. We're trying to not just buy players for the sake of buying players. We do want to try and get the right players in, but how that looks, we don't know. Aguero doesn't want to come to us, unfortunately. Absolutely going. Cross more instruction on the fullbacks. I think, is that what we've got? We've certainly got it on I'm going to get in there, yeah. Yeah, cross from deep. And then one crossing the byline with Spencer, to be honest. Cross more often, actually. There we go. So there's the options. Cameron Gray, not one of ours that we were looking at. No, he's gone. We looked at him for a little bit. He's off to Arbroath. Actually, is that the guy we looked at? We did look at him, but potential's very good. But unfortunately, he's missing out on his marking and his tackling's not great. And at 25, that's your potential's gone at this point, isn't it? We could use no squad numbers again. Do 1 to 11 if you want. Offers made for Jamie Sutherland. Transfer offers. 15 years old. Is he going to make it? Teamwork 15. 6 foot striker. He's not anywhere near it. 3 stars potential, potentially. Queen of the South and Arbroath. Actually, no. No, reject offers then. It's Queen of the South and Arbroath, and obviously they want real. He might be quite decent. So we're gonna go with numbers 1 to 11, and also we'll see basically how the trialists look, because we can obviously play some trialists in this friendly. Let's see what Ray Fraser looks like actually. Because we did look at him as a deep line playmaker potentially. Acceleration's not great, but passing and vision's better. So vision's on 14, his bravery's decent. His anticipation's not fantastic, but we'll have a look, see if he can pick up pass out. And what we might do is we might put Lapsley in there just to sort of try him out in that fullback position. I mean, Anderson's, but you know what? Can Anderson play left back? He can. Let's try him instead of Spencer, because he's got a couple of things that aren't particularly brilliant in terms of his attributes, but he's also got a couple of things which I quite like. First thing I like, 17 acceleration is what I like, so that could be quite handy. particularly down the line. So final pre-season friendly, to be honest. Just got a lot of noise in the back of my head there. Right, final pre-season friendly. We're in white and green. We're against Inverurie Locals. So hopefully we can get a reasonable result. Then it's another cup game against St Johnstone. So wouldn't be surprised to see us lose that one. Then we'll be out of the Premier Cup essentially. Inverurie's just 30 minutes down the road from you. Well, yeah, of course, yeah, because you're all the way up north, aren't you? A15. So let's see. It's this is just a case of like trying to get us a bit of match fitness. Hopefully, get another win under our belts. See how the tactic looks when it plays out. The ground looks nothing like that. The ground looks better than these Fifes. You know, they've got 2 stands for a start. They've got some fans in it for a start. Oh, that's our fans. 3 stands. They've got an entire stadium. Whose stadium is this? Is this Aberdeen's? They've just moved it to Inverurie as well. We couldn't dream of a stadium this big. Allen with the ball back in. Green picks it up nicely. Lapsley. Fraser. Heads over the top. Might need a little bit of chance conversion training, I think, possibly. Oh, keeper's comfort, missed it. That's a worry. That's a worry when your substitute goalkeeper can't catch a ball. That is a worry, isn't it? Substitute goalkeeper problem there. Inverurie, in real life, have just got a new backer. They're putting decent money in. Have they? Oh, what a goal that is. What a strike. Yeah, the power station. Unfortunately, not all the grounds look identical to how they do in real life. But Broden Walls with a great free kick there. Appreciate the water will come. Gifted the club 50k for a seat on the board. Really? Interesting. Goal birdie in with the follow as well. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Just signed Curtis May for a 7th team, and he's ruptured his 7th tier team in England, then ruptured his ACL. Ouch. Ouch, 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 would you? That is FM doing FM things, isn't it? Did 33. Where's Curtis May playing now? Like in real life? You're going to tell me he's like one of these like wonder kids or something that I should have heard of by now, aren't you? Fraser. Oh, what a strike from Ray Fraser. St Mirren. Nice. I tell you, St Mirren have got some players in this save at this point. They're absolutely on my list of teams to manage. Got some wonderful players. Fraser, just get out of the way, Brogan. Let me hit this. I think we make a bid for Fraser. That's what I think. St Mirren a decent team. They are. Paisley massive. You know, they're the team that I want to manage in the SPL. I know I'm also going to have to manage Celtic as well, which is totally fine. I'm not managing Rangers. Right? I've done Linfield. I'm not doing Rangers. Right? I'll manage Celtic, absolutely. Aberdeen. Me and Aberdeen fell out a while ago. You know, it's only a friendly, but Winter's looking assured in defence. Yes, agreed. He is a big calming influence, and I think at 18, Aberdeen. I think at 18 he's only going to get better, isn't he? Like, that's how we need to look at it, and just let him do his thing. Like, Alan's the experienced centre half. What we are lacking, and what we haven't been able to sign so far this season, is a bit more experience. We have brought players in who are a little bit younger. In fact, you know what? I'm tempted to put the 15-year-old in goal. Give him a bit of a run out. Let's look at Burrell in place of. Actually, no. Let's put Stephen Gray on in place of McBride, target forward. That'll do. Defenders are looking a bit tired. I'll bring Winter off actually in the at half time. It's halfway through the second half. I see you've completed the grief cycle of Aberdeen and reached acceptance. Exactly. There'll be a thing. Aberdeen will hurt me again, Pilgrim. That's the way it is, you know what I mean? It just has to happen that way, doesn't it? Just keep going back. The thing is, they never said they loved me. That's the problem. I should know. I should know not to go there. More on a Premiership or in your side. What sort of deep line playmaker am I wanting in the team? A Busquets or a Pirlo? It's a good question, isn't it? I'm looking for a Lewis Ferguson at this point. I think Yaya Toure. That's my box to box midfielder, the Yaya Toure. I think I'm looking for probably a Busquets. I think I would love a Pirlo. I think Ray Fraser could be out Pirlo actually with 14 of vision and 13 of passing. I think if he can just sit there and quarterback, that would be great. But if my deep line playmaker is just someone who just marshals and keeps the play moving, I'm fine with that as well. Do you know what I mean? And then I'll look for Brogan to get a little bit more creative in front. We've even looked at the idea of putting Callum Hendry as our deep line playmaker. Do you know what I mean? Passing of 10, vision of 10. It's not brilliant, but maybe trying to put him there and just sort of have him there just to see what could be done, you know? Let's get some game time for these youngsters in, I think. It looks like a Pirlo direct passes and take more risks. Probably. And I think if we can get him doing that, then we'll be overjoyed. But we've literally just taken him on trial, so we don't know how much his wages are going to be. We've not tried to have that conversation yet. And I think this is the first time we've seen him play, possibly. So, even though we're judging him on this game, again, 7.5 in a friendly against a lower league opposition, still got to consider the fact he scored that great goal. So, you still got to do it, haven't you? I hate my cup look this save. I always go out early. Well, we're in a similar position, aren't we? Would you? And this is, of course, a save where we're relying on winning things. Burrell holds it up nicely. Can't really cut the ball back, sadly. Charnley was throwing himself in there. Brogan Walls. Anderson. A little bit of lagging at this point. Fraser. Back outside. O'Neill dinks it over the top. Gray's making himself a bit of a nuisance. That's a good ball in. Apologies if it's just lagging a little bit there, isn't it? Let's try and see what we're doing. He's having a good game though. He's having a good game. Walls over the top to Burrell. Doesn't quite get there. There's Anderson though. Oh, he's gone round. Oof, almost. I mean, can we get Australian in East Fife? I think that's definitely a thing, isn't it? Does he fancy it? Ball's over the top. Lovely ball. Burrell with a hit. I tell you what, Anderson's looked okay, mind, hasn't he? That left back. Hoping I'm not getting too distracted by him and being like, oh yeah, he's clearly brilliant, and then looking at him later on and being like, what on earth did I see in that guy? Let's switch them over then. Thistle kit looks amazing. Oh yeah, the red and yellow is it's just lush, isn't it? And we've got orange tartan though, so we've got a pretty nice home kit as well. Gray holds the ball up nicely. Good ball in. Burrell with a header. It's a sign of intent, isn't it? And we are a bit more aggressive. Just cut it back. Could have cut it back to Burrell there in the middle. Passing network. Everything's going through through the midfield, which is good. Owens floats it in, headers just go wide. But third kits, yeah, this is our third kit. Our white and green one is the third kit. Our away kit's just bright pink, hot pink, which again, I'm a fan of, you know what I mean? That'll do. That's a good run out, to be honest. 20 shots, 6 on target, so we need to work a little bit on our chance conversion. But in terms of momentum, did all right. They got a bit of a run of it, and then we scored against the run of play and just dominated the second half. Fullbacks are staying nice and wide as well. Yeah, exactly. That's what we want, to get the width from the fullbacks, but then keep everything else narrow in the midfield. So we were losing a lot of the ball last season, so we gave up a lot of possession in the centre of midfield. So we're like, right, let's pack that midfield in, get some more players in there, get some more bodies in there. Hence why we've gone with the 1 and the 3, and that's where we're thinking. So I think Ray Fraser had a really, really good first half there, first appearance there. But unambitious is a concerning personality trait. You need to patch this 7-3 formation out of the game. But 7-3, is it just bang everyone in defence, is it? What are we thinking? Are we thinking give him a run? I think with vision and passing like that, you've got to consider it, haven't you? First touch is very good. Decision making is okay. His off the ball's not brilliant. His teamwork's fine. Determination's fine. He passes the DNA test. Work rate, teamwork, determination, and fitness. So he passes those 4 things, which is obviously what we need. So I think he's in there. Let's see what he's wanting in terms of a contract, though, because this could be... he's a squad player. That's pretty handy. 200 quid. Absolute bargain. In you go, son. I'm not even going to haggle with that. And you know what? I'm tempted with Chris Anderson as well. 19 for bravery. He's got 11 for decision making. His marking is bad, though. That's the problem. His marking is bad. That is a concern. He's 23. Is his marking going to get any better? Or is he the guy we put on against tired teams, use him as a wing back, get him going forward and rely less on his defensive abilities and look more for the attacking? Crossing of 10, so he's going to get forward. And can he ping a ball in? Probably. Anticipation is okay. He's a leadership. His teamwork isn't great, but his work rate's not bad. But he's really fast. I'm overthinking the standard of the league. I think I probably am, to be honest. I think I probably am. The trouble is, as well, is what I do is I buy a lot of players who then don't get into the game, and I don't give them as much game time as I'd like. He wants to be a star player. I don't know, is he a star player? Reminds me of Garton Bong, who was a beast. Make him a first teamer, maybe. Star player he wants 850. We don't have that cash. Let's walk away for now. We can always come back. He might come back later. He might come back with his tail between his legs and be like, right, soz everybody. I was being a bit of a fanny there, so I've looked at it and it turns out that I actually need this job rather than one that I don't have. Kamani Winter. Now, is there any chance he's related to... It's not, is it? But I have 2 Winters at the back. Again, marking's not brilliant. Positioning's not ideal. Acceleration and pace should get him out of trouble. Good enough. Adriucci, we looked at him, his determination was 5. That's what I got with that one. So we'll take that off. Remove that. We'll remove Cameron Gray as well, because I don't think he's going to be improving too much in a minute. Dan Tolson. Fine, but he's wanted by teams in England, so we're probably going to lose him out there. Roger Bailey, Moldova. Not sure. Camille Ramsey, determination 20. He's another Martinique player. We're going to have to get him in, aren't we? He'll be mates with Caddy, surely. Needs to find a new club. Come and find a new club now. Come and hang out with us. That's what you need to do. What about this? We're making a little sort of like Martinique area of the Kingdom of Fife. It's gonna be great. Could you offer a minimum release clause as 0 for the Aussie left back? Potentially. I mean, we could probably do that. Let's see what there is, shall we? Oh, Peter Watt might be interested now, is he? 2 weeks injury. £275. There we go. That's what we want, isn't it? If we can get Peter Watt in, that'll be good. He's a lad that we looked at a little while ago and we're like, oh, he'd be brilliant. Teamwork and ideal anticipation's not fantastic. But Gary Fleck is local, technically, from Kirkcaldy. Marking of 12, tackling of 12, positioning of 11, work rate of 11, leadership of 13. He's good enough, but this is the boy we want. Peter Watt. We want to get him in on loan from Hibs. Acceleration 13, balance 16, more importantly, aggression 16, determination, concentration, leadership, work rate, tackling, marking, technique. I mean, this is what we want. Is that an ex-Hearts or Hibs player that's interested now? Which one? Gary Fleck or this Watt? He currently plays for Hibs, so he is of course a new gen, so we're trying to get him in. We tried to get him in earlier, and it looks like now we might be able to do it, which is really, really good. Frankie Maguire. Interesting as well to see if there's any players who've previously played for us that suddenly become available. Danny Florentine, French Guyanan, sorry. Passing. Vision. I mean, hang on, right? Is there a chance that we can just have like a French wing, undroppable due to form for country? Do you reckon he'd come? East Francais. Kevin Butter. Obviously, we've got a little bit of money. We've also got some loan capacity as well. I mean, Rich Wood formerly played for us, so we could look to get him back in. Potentially. His mentals are alright. His physicals are pretty good. His teamwork needs to up a little bit, I think, to be honest. But he could be another option, you know. He's got quite a lot of player traits as well, getting forward. Dives into tackles, though, you know. He's Fife in the 90s, had players from Trinidad. I feel like we're sort of turning into Dundee, you know, when they brought like Claudio Caniggia and Ravanelli. I feel like this is the level that we're getting to, but without the sort of the dodginess of the whole affair. You know? I still think there's something in you and Tane, you know. I know there probably isn't, Anticipation's not brilliant, but his flair, his off the ball's good, his teamwork's good, his technique's good, his flair's good, but his vision's not great and his passing's not great. I need to remember that. Nisbet as well, scored goals, but he's probably not for us. Cammy Hanby, I don't think is good enough either, despite them saying he's got potential. We don't need potential at this point. Then there's Bradley Dorrington. Good mentals. Very good mentals. 25 though, his dribbling and his finishing's not going to get too much better than that, is it? Get some more water. I will. I've been on the water all day. I need to go to the toilet very soon. Can't be already in this situation. Be like, oh, it's time for a toilet stop already. Need another ball in the midfielder in case Green doesn't produce. Yes, absolutely, Yeron. You saw enough of last season to know that that's a big gap to fill, isn't it? He looks all right. I agree. Right, hold that thought. Curtis Main retires. Oh no. Poor Curtis Main. Right, hold that thought. What's the drink of choice? Tea or coffee? Oh, it's got to be coffee, Wilco. It's got to be coffee. I'm not a tea drinker. Well, I must admit, I have started to become partial to I do like a green tea, actually. I do like a green tea. Right, let's have a look for someone who can be a ball winner midfielder. I don't like using this selection screen here, actually. I need to try and find a better way of doing it, don't we? It's not really the most accurate way you'd get in real life, is it? Well, you know, I'd like to have a ball in midfield. I'll just consult the spreadsheet of attributes that players have, shall we? Who have we got on the shortlist that might be able to fulfill that? Fancy tea is the bomb, cheaper than fancy booze as well. Absolutely. How about Mark Young? 6'5". God, look at him. I mean, he's not going to come here, is he? Sadly. Drummond's out in Vancouver. He's not going to come either. Martin Boyle at Rangers. 5'7". Would you say he's a... What's his? Determination, first touch, off the ball, vision. Seriously think they're starting an Aberdeen save? Why would you do this to yourself, Wilco? Why? Gotta worry about that. Gotta worry about yourself right now, actually, if you're thinking that sort of thing. Dave Tinto. Some of these players that are going to be on the shortlist, I'm going to look at and I'm going to be like, why are they here? Petter Jakobsen from the Faroe Islands, formerly of Barnet. No idea. Stick him in. Let's have a quick look. Terry Taylor, 32. Christian Arge. Is he free? You never know. No. Like, to be fair, an Aberdeen save could be good. I did terrible at it, so I shouldn't really be the person to ask about Aberdeen, because me and Aberdeen fell out. Everyone else has probably had a really, really good time with Aberdeen, but I struggled and made it look like the most difficult thing you could ever possibly do. So I'm sure there is an easy way of managing Aberdeen, but they're actually well set up. They've got some good players. They've got a good setup. Like, if you can get it working, then you've got a great. They are a potential team to challenge, the old firm. But what you got to do is you got to really try to not make the same silly mistakes that I did, to be honest, which is go in there and ruin it from day one. So, no, but I'm sure you wouldn't, because I'm sure you're not as stupid as I am. That's the thing. Rocco Coyle. Where did he formerly play? Ratcliffe and Hull. Let's keep getting everyone in, get all these players in on trial. We can just work out who they are and what they want to do. John Proud. Passing, vision, tackling. He's more of a playmaker, isn't he? I do keep coming back to him. I keep coming back and thinking, is he all right? Marking, that's one of his strong points. Maybe not what we want then. Scully we've looked at a few times. Obviously he moved off to Montrose. Stuart Spark we looked at. I think it's more of a playmaker than a ball winner. Sardella. Work rate's not really high enough. Jamie Wright. 5'4". Tackling's not there, is it? In your opinion, Tony, is Loans now a waste of time in this FM? No, not at all. Not at all. I think loans are still fantastic in FM. What I think they've done is they have managed to stop you just loaning the same player back for 2 and 3 seasons in a row, and then eventually getting the player on a free transfer, which I think is a good thing. It's frustrating, and I am still frustrated in it personally, but I do think it's the right thing, because you wouldn't see it happen all the time in real life. You would see maybe 2 years. Like I get the whole thing of like a player does well, can they come back again? Wouldn't that be great? But I guess in real life, if a player does well in real life, then they're going to be either moved to a different club, or they're just going to be put straight into their own team. Like, I'm thinking of someone like Amad Diallo, I guess, really, like at Sunderland. It's unlikely that he's going to be loaned again next season, unless the only way that would happen is if Sunderland go into the Premier League, and then United can sort of go, right, let's give him a season of Premier League football. It's not going to be that. You want to bring those players on a little bit, and because of that, if they're not brought on, then you'd probably just go with, what, they're not good enough, and then you just wouldn't bother with it. So, I mean, we had it in FM21 where we had RJJ at Peterborough. Obviously, we sold him to West Ham for like 10 million quid. He played 3 games for West Ham. He went on loan for a little bit. We got him back the next season on loan. We got him for 3 seasons on loan, and then signed him on a free transfer. That's like unrealistic. That wouldn't happen. So I think in that sense, it's good that that's been cut out. and then they've sort of like replaced it with this new system, which I think is more realistic, to be honest. And Camille Ramsey looks pretty good. Determination of 20, flair of 16, acceleration, aggression, bravery, fit. His work rate's a little bit off, but his dribbling's fine, his crossing's good. He could be maybe a little secret weapon, possibly. Rocco Coyle, maybe not so much. Okay, so we have to have a think about that then. Now let's see what the recruitment focus is currently like. Midfield, central midfield. Let's try and make that into a ball winner, actually. Need to drop the manager concerns over the roles they play. Yeah, probably. But then again, like, it is. Like, I understand why it's in, and it is a little bit. It is a little bit OTT. I think that's the problem. It is a little bit OTT. Because you're right, you wouldn't just have instantly people kicking off if a player's not playing in the exact specific role. They'd probably be like, look, you know, he's playing. Oh, he's gone to Worthing, right? Okay, we missed out. He's a centre back anyway. In real life, a team wants to send a player on loan for a second season. The parent club extends their contract before they go back out on loan. Oh, is that how it works, Pilgrim? Okay, that makes sense. Maybe there's manager interaction of when doing a loan about how the loanee is going to be used. Could do, but then I guess there's going to be, you then get people going, oh, but you know, loans are now boring, and you know, how are you going to know what sort of role they're going to use and all that sort of. People are going to complain regardless. You know, that's the thing. Like, people are always going to complain. Forfar have come in for Fraser now. We're unlikely to get this guy, aren't we? Let's have a little look. I mean, look at this. Top players odds. We've got two of the players in there as the top players. Harvey Gilmore. He looks like a talent as well, doesn't he? He's only 5'3" though. Work rate's not brilliant, but he seems to have a decent bit of ability. What's our transfer budget? We're on about 70 grand, I think. It is a little bit less than last year. 60 grand, sorry. Scouting budget we've already managed to spend over on. We've still got loads left in the wages though, like 4 grand. So we can move a bit of money around if needs be. We can, of course, still get the director of football to try and recommend someone for us, and who knows what that'll be, because sometimes they're just out there. Spread the payments. We can spread the payments, yeah. Alex Swift, Earl Sharples, Joel Smith. Littler, Darren Hesseln-Harler. There we go. That's the sort of player we want. Hesseln-Harler. There's a big name signing. Freddie Jeffries. Acceleration's not brilliant. Work rate and vision's pretty good though. He's probably played at Blythe. 5'6" though. Even Danny, how are you, pal? Welcome in. Hope you're good. So, have a bit of a look in. 6 minutes added time in Forest versus Newcastle. Interesting. What's the score at that point? Please tell me Forest are winning. Or at the very least getting a draw. And then Okay. Well, Hassan Thaler apparently could become an important first team player. Newcastle got a penalty, 1-1. I think they have plenty of strikers, probably too many. Yeah. I think we've got too many. I think we've got enough strikers. I'm not massively fussed at the minute with strikers. I think midfield and defence is maybe where I'm looking at now. If we look at striking options, Macbeth, McBride, Stephen Gray, Burrell. That's some good options up front, theoretically. Callum Hendry can also play there as well. Midfield, Charnley, McDonald, Green, Brogan Walls. That's sort of our first choice midfield, really. And after that, we're into the kids. This Camille Ramazet looks like he might be quite handy. Fraser, if we can get him in, would be brilliant. This guy, Roger Bailey, looks pretty handy as well for a youngster. He's actually been at Nice. Scottish lad at Nice. He's got the physicals, he's got the mentals. There's a little bit here that's not looking great, but maybe we can just have something a bit different, something a bit exciting in there. And then defence, we're sort of like pretty solid at this point. So I don't want to fill the squad too much and have like 25 players in or whatever, because there's going to be that potential where January comes in and we're going to have to add more in at that point just to freshen stuff up. So I don't want to go too heavy right now and be like, right, let's get too many in, and then there's like concerns over how to get the team playing, So we don't want to sort of like upset that balance. So let's have a little workout as to where we are. Charlie Dunton doesn't want to come in. Okay, that's fine. Can Grimmer play a DM? He can. So can Hammond, which I suppose is fine because he's like 6'7". So he could step up into that position to stop the balls coming over the top. So we have options. It's more just about trying to get players who can sort of like create something, And I think that was our downfall last season, not being able to right, okay, suit us off somewhere else, that's fine. Yeah, we were struggling to create things last time, so unfortunately Watanabe's gone. So close. Connor Hanlon's someone apparently we looked at previously, I'm guessing, when we were in Ireland. One journalist has turned up. Hello, Emily Grant. So, St Johnstone game now. Then we've obviously got a match against Kelty Hearts, which is the next match in the cup. Kyle Kelly comes deep to get the ball, dictates tempo, switches the play, passing and vision. Plays for Partick Thistle, so he's got that nice kit on the shortlist. Within transfer budget as well. Wages might be a bit tricky. Big Fife derby against Kelty. Well, this is what it's all about, isn't it? Now, I think what we learned against Aberdeen was we sat back. And I know that, we sat back against a Premiership team with a 15-year-old goalkeeper. I think potentially we just stick with the formation we've got and we go for it against St Johnstone. Of course, we've got Woodcock as well. I forgot we've got him to play up front. So Peter Watt's in. He's got a couple of weeks to still recover. So It's a great signing, actually, or at least it should be a great signing. So Donald McDonald has to come back in for DLP. Harrison's wanted. Steele can come back in and right back. Nothing to lose, everything to gain away at St Johnstone. Exactly. Yeah, give it a go. We might as well. What's the worst that's going to happen? The worst that's going to happen is get beat. You know? So, fine. We might get beat anyway. Let's have a go. Let's just have a go. You know, we're on 0 points regardless. They might not know what's hitting them if we turn up early. Can't play trialists in the cup, unfortunately, at 15. We can play in the league, but not in the cup. I think it's because this is, correct me if I'm wrong, is this the equivalent of the Carabao, maybe? So this is like the Scottish League Cup, is that right? The Premier Cup. So, yeah, I think the league rules would stipulate that you can't do that. But we can play trialists in the league, which is very interesting. So, we can have another little look at a couple of players that we're maybe wavering on. So, players like that Hessenthaler, for example, if he looks like he might be quite decent, we can always consider him. He's at the top. Allen, dispossessed. Nice bit of defending, but that's a goal. 10 minutes in. That comes from Allen's mistake, doesn't it? What's he doing? Tries to turn. Fair play for this guy getting back though. Who's this? McDonald. Thing is, Allen, no nonsense centre back. Imagine if he was a nonsense centre back or a ball player. Imagine what he'd been doing then. Good tackle by Green. McBride, there's no one in front of him. Charney's picked it up. St Johnstone are SPL. Scottish Premier. McBride's at the post. So we're expected to lose. That's fine. We're expected to lose. Scotland clearly hates you. Thank you, Barton. Thank you, mate. Whatever their manager said to them has pissed them off. So we need to try and look to exploit that a little bit. I think you're right. I think Scotland does hate us a little bit. A lot, actually. Good job we haven't picked a challenge where we have to win everything here, right? It has already been noted that the goalkeeper has a headband, by the way, so we're aware of that. Oof, Green's gone flying in there. That's probably a tackle that could have got him a red card, to be honest with the defender not got out of the way. That was ahead of the way. Free kick. All coming down the right side. Yeah, exactly. So we need to basically pop Green in a little bit more and then maybe push Steele up a bit. Oof. When we move Steele up, there's a wing back and support, so at least he sort of stops a bit of the attack. Move Green across as well. Stay wider. It's a Carrier almost. And look how high they are at the top there. They're like right up. He's already on stay wider, so that's Connor Allen. That's the confusion, isn't it? Question is, have we got a centre half to bring on who's not going to do something stupid like that? Is Harrison going to do something stupid? Owen, hello Owen, how are you, pal? Welcome in. Not seen you around for a while. Nice to have you in. So I haven't been in. No, mate, don't worry at all. Don't stress at all, mate. Do not stress. Hope life's treating you good, by the way. It's nice to have you back in. There we go. Well played, Alan. What's the update on trophies? We can do that in a second. Owen, I think we're on. Well, we're on 8 out of 35. Update progress, it might be actually. There you go. Progress 8 out of 35. Evening into the Fox. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Yeah, we did well at Oxford. Oh, red card, surely. He's gone. Right, let's go attacking now then. We've got to, right? Right, we're going to diamond now. So I think Stevie Gray comes in there. Target forward. McBride, shadow striker. Let's have it. We've gone attacking as well. Snowy Winters on a 5-9. What on earth happened there? Last couple of minutes, still nothing happening. We had one shot. Hendry and Grimmer. I think we're in the final seconds. It's just going to be a case of unless the ball's pinged straight back through. But you know what? I'll still take a 1-0 defeat. I know it's a defeat, and we should be like, all right, it is a cup competition. But look at the positives. That's a Premiership side that we've let happen. They've outplayed us completely. But it's one of those, isn't it? There's that competition out of the way. I think let's just update the progress chart on that one, shall we? We might as well just should we just take that one off the list right now? It's impossible for us to qualify, so there you go. That's done. We'll update that in the background so you can all see it. There we go. Gone from the screens. So the Premier Cup is not something we can win this year. Still got the SPFL Trust Trophy. We've still got the Scottish Cup, and they've still got the League One to go for. This is where we are in terms of trophies so far. So as you can see, Banbridge was decent. 2 trophies. One was, of course, a promotion. One was a cup. We have 2 from Dungan. In fact, let's just say quickly hello to the FM Super League. Hello, Super League. Welcome. How are we? Welcome in. How was it tonight? Was it games tonight, or was it just drafting tonight? Gavin Brash is in. Up the gas. Hello, Eloise. How are you? Kang's in. Malteser Falcon, the winner of the Super League, by the way. Nonetheless, welcome in. How are we all? Welcome to Scotland. Welcome to East Fife. Welcome to the British Steel Challenge. Welcome to the Mad Scientist. Welcome to what is essentially sadness up above the border. Is Mal the Super League champ as well? Oof. because the playoffs is the truck we decided where the lorry. Up the lorry, absolutely, get it done. Has Mal won on that already? That's obviously won the playoffs at the weekend, didn't he? So that was a fantastic achievement seeing him do that. So great. What was the crack last night then? I already won it despite not being in it. Sounds about right, Mal, to be honest. I'd give you the trophy. You know, as a former Super League winner myself, I think you've got what it takes. So, right, Dundee have let him go there. Tranmere have signed a Guru. He was never going to come to us, sadly, was he? That's the problem. Darren Essenthaler, though, could he be our DM? Could he be our midfield destroyer? Determination, good. Work rate, good. Fitness, decent enough. Tackling, maybe. He's wanted by Darlington, so we kind of want to get there before Darlington do. We don't know what's going to happen with Fraser as well, because he's obviously we've put a bid in for him, but then also Forfar have put a bid in for him, which is going to be a bit of a shame. So we might lose him there. We're going to play Caldy Hearts in the Premier Sports Cup. We've already lost all three of our games so far. This is our fourth game, so we're already knocked out of this cup competition, which is a bit of a shame, to be honest, because not that it was a winnable one, but it's like the whole point of this save is a British Steel Challenge, so we have to try and win everything in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, and getting knocked out of another competition is not ideal. Last season was awful. We were expected to finish in the playoffs. We finished just outside the relegation playoffs, so there you go. Do you know what I mean? There is that problem. We may have underachieved slightly, and now we're in a position where we're like, right, let's try and make things better. So we spend 2 entire streams trying to, get everything set up and like recruitment. Fraser's gone to Forfar. Of course he has. And they're in League One as well. He's not even... Well, I mean, it's double the wages we were offering. He wanted 200 quid to join us. He's gone for 450 there. Didn't even mention the 450 quid to us, did he? Do you know what I mean? Kept that quiet. Steady on if he's wanted by Darlington. He can't be that good. Hello from Darlington. Welcome, Frozen Luffy. I love Darlington as a place. I think it's cracking. But yeah, I agree. I mean, there is a little bit of a like, come on, really? You want to be? Is that what we're going to do? Right. Andy Caddy's back. That's the important thing. Okay? Andy Caddy is back. So we're over the moon at that. His exploits for Martinique have not gone unnoticed. He's also brought this lad into our midst, Camille Ramazet, who I think we might take a little punt on, to be honest. I just quite like the idea of him. Squad player. At least he knows where he's at. He would need to have played 30% of his games for the country, doesn't have the required points. Upon appeal, Ramsey should be granted a work permit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, he wants quite high wages, though, for a player who's not got a club at this point. I've been suckered in, haven't I? I've been properly suckered in to get 2 players from Martinique in East Fife. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but we'll go with it. All right, let's get our revenge on Kelty Hearts for last time. A win would be nice. We're trying out a new formation that we've tried to build this season. So we've got a 4-1-3-2 formation. We've got a wing back on support, or attack, sorry, down on the left-hand side. Got a full back on support, the other side. 2 central defenders. DLP, ball-winning midfielder, box-to-box midfielder, central midfielder on attack. Deep line forward and an advanced forward up front. Playing with a positive mentality, so we are trying to take the game to other teams, because we were a little bit passive last season. A few games we probably should have won. We were a little bit sort of standoffish. So this year we're thinking, right, let's just try and do something a little bit more and just try and sort of take the game to some teams. So we'll see how that works. You can see Kelty Hearts just sort of settling into just a standard, not like a high line, probably both playing a mid block, I think, at this point. We don't want to be committing men too far forward at this point. Nicely blocked, intercepted, get it away. That'll do. Cracking defending. If anything, they're creeping up a smidge, so we might want to get the ball up over their heads. Do attacking as well. See how they're getting on. But yeah, if you're brand new, by the way, let us know who you're managing on your save. Also, come and join the Discord, come and hang out, and follow the Football Manager Show podcast as well. It's out every single Wednesday. Myself and RDF Tactics will chat Football Manager into your ears. It's quite good. To be honest, it's good. So come and join us. Come have a listen. As I say, Discord's a good place to hang out as well. It's not one of those like, oh, who shall I sign for Newcastle, or Bayern Munich. It's not one of those Discords. It's a Discord for discussion. That's what it is. Right, so I have to go a full back on defend. You can go as a wing back. She can play as a wing back on. Skinker right back. Let's try that actually. Right. Tell you what. I'm not sure this is the right idea, but we can certainly try it. Actually, no. Go right back. Go left back. Can wing back on defend there. Actually, wing back on support. Well, that side can do it. Charlie's tired in midfield. How's about he goes there? And then if we need another option up front, I think it's McBride for Woodcock. Let's try that. Make all of our changes. Dennis Knox, have you ever tried a non-league save? That's all I do, Dennis. That's all I do. I usually start non-league. This British Steel Challenge, we started unemployed, no badges, no experience, and we just applied for everything, and we ended up in the 3rd division of Northern Ireland. So obviously it's not non-league, but usually I go unemployed and see where we go as low as we possibly can. I don't go to the big teams. It's not for me. I'm not about that life. Everyone talks about like wonder kids. I've never signed them. Never signed them. Here's how behind the times I am. I signed Isaac Liadji in FM20 for Kaiserslautern, and I was like, fucking, this player looks a ball. I don't look at him. Look what a cracking player this is. Turns out he'd been a wonder kid for a while and I didn't know. So I was like, okay. I was excited. I was in like Bundesliga 2 and managed to beat Inter Milan to the signing of somebody. So this kid's got everything. I was like, yeah. Now he plays for Sunderland. So Oxford were non-league when we took over. Exactly, Owen. We got them back into League One. Winter just covering up nicely. Oh, look at that. Ball knocked down. There's Walls. Woodcock. Ball's in. Walls with a header. Less wonder kids and more mediocre men. Exactly, Fox. Exactly. I think we got one more. We're going to try this, are we? Let's go for it. I like it, Yaron. Getting the hydrate. Hello, Dan. How are you, pal? Ooh. So, I mean, this is, given the fact that we're out of the cup, I'm going to treat this as essentially like a sort of friendly game, really. just to see where we are, see what the team looks like. Ball at the top, that's not great. What we are is a little shy at the back still. Snowy Winter just a little bit tired there. Didn't get to it. Is it Winter that gets beat? I think it is, isn't it? Grimmer? Yeah, Grimmer's away. He's not got the pace to get anywhere near that. Just see if we can get in there. Yeah, no, I understand that, Dan. I understand that. Decent ball, but no one's there, unfortunately. Cancel that. Let's go back attacking again, see if that helps. Good challenge by Woodcock, that's what you want. That Blythe gives it away. Walls gets in. Oof. That would have been a great goal. You don't want to concede a goal, but that would have been a hell of a strike. Come on, get it over and done with. Oof. I mean, I don't think, again, I don't think we've played too badly. There's definitely signs to be encouraged with about the team. Woodcock picks it up now. Good ball in. Beth doesn't get there. There's not masses to be concerned about. Do you know what I mean? Like, low crosses, you think? Try low crosses. Let's see, we got Macbeth's not having a great time. Still seems to be losing the ball in midfield, despite having quite a few players there. We're still not as dominant as I was expecting us to be. Good tackle there by Harrison, man. But that could just be a quality of player issue. Even against Kelpie Hearts, you'd expect a little bit more, wouldn't you? Nice ball. Wait, come on. No shots on target. Outplayed again. See, I thought maybe I'm looking at it with different eyes. I was thinking that we were playing okay, to be honest. So that's been and gone. Right, Steele's out for 4 weeks. Great. Bypass the midfield. But then I'd argue that we don't have good enough strikers up top to hold the ball up after the comedy gig tomorrow night with the wife and a dirty little weekend away. Oh, you little dog, you, Barton. Where are you off to? Where's your show? Right, let's have a look at training then. What can we do? Physical and outfield. I think we go with, first thing, bonding. Actually, no, tactics first. Tactics first. Bonding. Chance conversion. Sorry, chance creation and chance conversion, I think. Try that. Russell Howard in Southend. Nice. Sounds pretty good. Need to settle on a tactic and roles. Well, yeah, well, we've just literally have kept it as it is. Like, this is the tactic. This is what we're using. The players will get used to it. It's brand new. And yeah, we'll slowly bed it in. I believe in it. I reckon it's a decent one, and I reckon it makes sense. That's the thing, because it makes sense. I'm like, should be okay. Should be okay. Evening, Woolrich. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. So, right, first home game of the season, first league game of the season. This is where it really matters now, okay? Because before it was just try it, see what happens, see where we go. But this, I think, is much more. Grimmer, the assistant captain, vice captain. We've got people all the way down there, haven't we? I think Snowy's got to be vice captain, hasn't he? Right, give it to Snowy. Harry Cattermole. Where's he going? Birmingham. Yeah. Jamie Doran. Let's remove him. Right. Techniques. I'm not putting him on the transfer list. We can't. Loan and loan. That's fine. Move these players to fringe players. Pretty much a regular starter, but I don't think we should move McBride down. Macbeth's still not happy. Spencer's plummeting. Charney's doing alright. Callum is doing okay. Nice. Walls is declining. McBride's doing okay. O'Neill's doing okay. Owens is on the pickup. Handy to know. Pierce Creswell, recruitment analyst. Joe Sutherland. 9s and 7s. I think we do. I think we can get better than that. Right, I'll tell you what we do need to do. We need to start doing some. We need to do some social groups, some sort of like mentoring groups, don't we? So where's old Macbeth? Where's he? Have I missed something? Is he not even in the hierarchy? Right, right, where's the squad planner, is it? Where do you do your social groups? To get your mentoring groups is the one I'm looking for, sorry. Training, mentoring, there we go. Right. So defenders, Scottish strikers at the bottom of the pyramid, is he? Sounds about right. Attackers. Right. Does it make sense to have them split into this? So defenders, midfielders, and attackers. Is that how we do it? Or would you mix it up a little bit? Like ask assistant. Right. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we'll just have it like that. That'll work then. Cool. That might work. Good shout. Good shout. Let's do it that way. It's one less thing for us to get wrong, I suppose, isn't it? But let's have that there so that hopefully we can bring some of these younger players through and like sort of have a bit more of a positive impact on them. Also, as well, some players who are bell ends, like Macbeth, for example. Maybe start to look to move them out. Can add each group to a change or two. Yeah, that's true. Right, let's keep it as it is for now. I mean, this scouting, we're getting nowhere at this point. I mean, let's remove that. Okay. What are our scouts even doing? Have we run out of? Is it because we've run out of scouting budget already that they're just like, well, we're done. We're done now, to be honest. Got the most improvement with the defensive players after the pod on it. There we go. Look at that. And the star ratings asked them to look for too high. I don't think we're even looking for star ratings, are we? Minimum ability 2 stars. I think that's reasonable. That's like the lowest that we would want. Because to be fair, if they're 2-star rated, then they're sort of like backup players for us, really. I think if we ask for 3-star players, then we're probably a little bit too high. But at the minute, I'd say we're probably okay. Yeah, 2.5 squad level, exactly, yeah. Right, let's have a look at this guy. Important player. Important works for me. 950, Jesus. Might struggle. He's not going to come down too much, is he? It's a shame when you are that good that $700. I mean, technically, he probably is one of the best players at the club. Technically. Repeating what's been said on the pods. This is what I like a person who listens and takes notes. That's what I should be doing. £700 for a midfielder. That seems a lot. Although maybe that might be the thing. Maybe we just have to put some expensive players in there. Maybe still need a DLP though, because I think he's going to be Hessenthaler's probably more likely to be central midfield. Yeah. As long as players on trial somewhere they demand more, cancel the trial from a contract the next day. Really? As a midfielder in real life, and $2,000 in Scotland. That's true. I guess the thing is, I'm looking more in terms of my wage structure. So my wage structure is, my top earner is £575. So, and it is green. Ironically, it's green. So we need to. If there is players who are better, then maybe we have to do that, you know. So let's maybe just got to pay that a little bit more just to try and get a extra bit of quality on there, especially as well if midfield's an area that I'm concerned about and I'm not getting the level of support or dynamism or whatever it is I'm hoping for. Maybe that's what I need to look for. Keep trying this. I'll keep trying with this guy as much as I possibly can, because this is the one that I want. But I know he's not coming, despite what I keep asking. Kelty have been bankrolled in real life. Is that where the money's coming? Is it? Got ya. Hello, Brazilian Fury. Welcome in. How are you, pal? Mansouri. Right, we need to have a think. Have a think for our. He's still not having it, is he? Ramsey has not played more than 30% of the games. He doesn't have the quite number of points. You may wish to appeal. Let's appeal it, because you did say we could get him. So let's appeal. 2nd of August. Stay late lunch, stopping to see people on Twitch before going back to editing for the rest of the night. Nice. Off season just about wrapped up. Pretty much. We're it's more right. Okay. You know what? Again, I'm probably gonna panic a little bit more. Fuck it, that's fine. I'm probably going to panic a little bit more and just try and be like, yeah, let's try and get pre-season done. Okay, looks pretty handy. Yes, on Bailey. Yeah, I think so as well. I think he's got to come in. Owen Jones on loan from Hearts. He was at us last season, Oliver Jones. And I tell you what, if he's good this year, I'm going to be really pissed off. He wasn't very good for us. Granted, he turned up halfway through the season and we were already in trouble. So the interesting thing there, though, is if we get... Right, ignore that. We don't have to think of any interesting things at all now, because he's off to Hearts. It would have been interesting if we signed him, but FM Super League only just got the chance to pop in. Hey, no worries at all. It's a pleasure to have you here. I hope the tournament was good tonight. Was it the tournament or was it just the draft tonight? That's the question we need to find out, because obviously the more things we've got going on in the space, the better, I guess. Draft tonight, yeah. So is the finals Sunday, I suppose, maybe. Feel free to let people know when it is. Colin Skink needs to kick up the arse. Won't have anything interesting to say even at Hearts. I mean, he might go there, but what'll happen is he'll go there and then get loaned out, which might be to us. So in a sense, we might actually save money by him going to Hearts. So expectations: reach the playoffs, be competitive in the cup, be competitive in the SPFL Trust Trophy. 60 grand in the wage budget, 12.5 grand in the transfer. Sorry, the wages. Sorry. Ross County are now in for Bailey. Connor Allen won the ball back more than anybody else. We've conceded none of 21 shots attempted from outside the area. Okay, that's pretty good. But of course, once they get in the area, that's when the trouble starts. We've scored 2 from 15 from outside the area. We've got good touches to shots ratio when we get the ball up. 19% of the occasion we move the ball into the attacking third have come from central positions. And we regain the ball back. No, we haven't got another 12 grand left in the wage budget. We've got about 3? Yeah, 3 grand left in the wage budget. So, actually, no, 4.5. So we've still got a fair bit, to be honest. So we still have a bit. It is still, yeah, we're still pretty handy. Like, we can still afford to, to get some players out there. So let's see what we can do. Steele's out for 4 weeks. Watt's not fully back yet, so we might not risk him just yet. Hessenthaler, we could technically play. I'm sticking Grimmer in as the DM. Do you reckon? At what? At the expense of who, though? Because we're at home. I guess Archie Green's the only person that's a concern, really. Yeah, Green's the concern, isn't he? So what are you suggesting? Are you suggesting that as a DM there? Oh, sorry, no, you're not. You're suggesting that. DLP there. That as a DM. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, I guess, is the thing. Let's give it a go. After that, we're going back into... Let's try and stick what we got. Yeah, it does make sense to have more more protection. 4 defeats on the bounce, so that's a worry, right? Come on, we've got to end this in this bad run soon. We're playing positively as well, that's the thing. It's not like I'm sort of sat being defensive, you know what I mean? This is what I'm confused by. Nice ball down the line. Come on, Spencer, get back inside. Overthinking this. We need something less intellectual after the game. Yeah. I think I know what you mean, Zal. I think I know exactly what you mean. Give me a number. I gave away a penalty there. They're really high up. 33. I need to start keeping a spreadsheet, don't I, of pages that we've seen. It's fine, let them shoot from out there. No problem. Corner kick, let's do this. Average position says you're way too defensive. Yeah, I think so. Oh, off the post. Why did we not follow up? Even though we're playing as on a positive mentality. We step up a smidge. We haven't got the acceleration for step up more again. That's the issue. So I'm concerned about that. Walls tries to win it. Grimmer tries to win it. McBride flicks it on. No, McBride gets it. Oh! Oh! There we go. Who gets the flick on here? Have we worked it out? It's Walls. The Sausages gets the flick on. That's what we're talking about. 2 shots, 1 on target, 1 goal. Abbott. Bit of fortune, finally a bit of fortune. Of course, we now have to work out 15 minutes left in the half. Great tackle by Lapsley. Can't let the ball in. Walls, McDonald with the ball at the top. To win. I don't want to say it too loud. We're winning balls in the air. Centre half, we're cutting out those balls, which is working nicely for us. Obviously, you know, there'll be a moment when the concentration levels drop. Balls again going in for the air. Best through off the post. I think Walls is putting in a shift up top, isn't he? Getting himself into good positions. Allen out to Spencer. Ball inside to nobody. Walls. Are we happy to contest the second ball, do you reckon? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. It's almost like we're giving up the first ball because we're on a good setup. Look, see? Great pass from Walls. McBride with the tap in. Keeper's got to do a little bit better maybe, but we'll take that. Miles onside. Miles onside. Much better. That's what we want, isn't it? Winter with the header as well. Oh, here's Macbeth through. Scottish striker, McBride for his hat-trick. What a first half. Now we're talking. This is the face I'm pulling. Did not expect this. Did not expect this. Winter again with the ball. Get the trifles out, lads. Exactly. Spencer down the line, Macbeth's away again. He's going to get fouled, isn't he? But going up. I think you're right, Zar. Book the Civic Centre. Charlie's giving the ball away. Has anyone got the number for an open top bus company? In the East Fife area. Ring Glenrothes coaches. Oh, no. Winter's been beaten in the air for the first time. Ian Gitos, how are you, pal? Welcome in. Unbelievably, Charlie's on a 6.7. Like, he's just not going to the game at all. He's not needed to. Look at this. Struggling possession in the opposition half. Well, doesn't really matter, does it? Passing network's looking pretty handy. Evening, Adam. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Pleasure to see you. You're getting sacked in the wrong chat, yeah. Absolutely force a habit, Fox. Absolutely, yeah. Believe it or not, it's not us that's 3-0 down. I know you've been watching, and it does tend to be the way that's the situation. I mean, you know, we'll still lose 4-3 is what we need to be looking at this point. Going, yeah, you know, everything's fine at this point, but yeah, it could easily crumble. We are currently season 12. I'm going to get us. Second season at East Fife. We had an absolute shocker last year. Expected to finish in the playoffs, and we just avoided the relegation playoffs. Awful season. Proper TJ in Scotland affair. And what happened was we've recruited, done our recruitment, done our new tactic. We've sort of like looked at what went wrong last year, hoped to make it better. We've lost all of the games in the Premier Cup. This is our first match in the league. We're 3-0 up against Alloa, playing really well, really well. So naturally we're now worried that something's going to go wrong. Oof. Vinny Nisbet, he was a player we looked at, we thought about getting him. I'm thinking maybe drop the line a tiny bit. We've made a change where we brought Gray on for McBride, who's got a hat-trick. So let's just step that. Yeah. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Might be a case of just slowing things down for 10 minutes. Walls with a knockdown again. Macbeth with an effort. I tell you, Walls has had a great time up top, hasn't he? Like in that sort of central midfielder area. He's getting in, attacking midfield. He's being the link that we needed him to be. Macbeth with the ball over the top. Gray's not going to go for that though. Drop the line. Yeah, I've dropped my defensive line. I might drop my forward line a smidge as well and just condense the space. Gray, I was worried there. I thought he was going to get caught out. Charney's got caught out. Here's where the worry happens. Gray over the top. Great ball. With Best through. Oh. Proper up and overs. That's what we need. I want to have a look at what Walls has got for his jumping ability, because he's won everything in the air today. Absolutely everything. He's just been immense. And I don't know where it's come from. I'll bring Green on actually and make him a ball-winning midfielder down this side here, because Charnley's not really had a great time today. But if we stick a ball winner on, then that allows Spencer to still get forward. And there's Walls again with the header. 5-1. What about that? Like, he's got two defenders on him and he still gets there. He still gets the header on it. Unbelievable. You may have to put Walls in near post corners. And the problem is, I think he's probably the best crosser as well, so he's got a 9. He's played brilliantly, hasn't he? Like, he's just been outstanding. We didn't see him win that many headers last season. Like, he fancied it today. Absolutely fancied it. That's an inside over the top. Aiden Wilson. I mean, this is the start of the season we want, isn't it? 5-1. Let the cup go. That cup didn't matter. The Premier Sports Cup was never a cup we were going to win. Promotion is what we want. And we want to send a message to people. And I think we've sent a message. Zeep, I'm just tuning in for this game. I assume this means the league is guaranteed and there'll be no troubles along the way. 100% Zeep, 100%. I can't see anything happening now. It's pretty much nailed on, isn't it? Like, score when you're on top. That's what we've decided to do in this match. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. We only had 51% of the ball as well. Easy. Absolutely easy. A celebratory chapter of Michael Owen, I think, is what we need to do right now. So, 2 seconds. 33 it was, wasn't it? Let's just quickly jump to the full screen and read from the good book according to Michael. Here we go. Anyone who lets me get a run on them, lets me turn them and face them one-on-one is playing to my strengths. But a defender who glues himself to me and doesn't let me turn is starting to make it difficult to make those runs. When they do that, I love a ball to be plonked in behind the defender because I will always fancy my chances of beating him in a sprint. In those instances, it's all about the midfielder picking the right pass to play to the striker. The killer pass. Gary Lineker was my favourite player when I was a kid, and Everton were my team, though for my card collection, I'd go after any big name from any club. However, if I compare my allegiance to Everton to, say, that of any Liverpool friend and colleague Jamie Carragher, I didn't come close to being a real die-hard fan. He tells me about the lengths he used to go to in order to follow the Blues. When Jamie was 5, his dad was already carting him off to away games, even in Europe. When he tells me that, I think, oh, okay, I wasn't really a fan at all. Between the ages of 5 and 15, he'd been physically sick if Liverpool beat Everton. For the first 20 minutes, he could hardly watch. He would hide in the toilets. I supported Everton, but if they lost, it wouldn't devastate me. I would look forward to my own game more than the Everton result. So there you go. That is Liverpool fan and Liverpool legend Michael Owen telling the world he is in fact an Everton fan. There you go. What a man. What a man. His tactical knowledge is unmatched until his hamstring snaps. Oh, like he knows it. He knows it. What you need to get the best from me is you need to give me the ball and use my pace. Good. That's excellent, Michael. Pitchforks and torches at the ready. 100%. Transfer rumours are swirling around. I mean, look, we don't. There might be one or two, but we don't know. I think we're happy enough at this point with what we've got. We could. Are we still one player short? We probably are, aren't we? We can't just take that one game and think that everything's fixed. I don't think it is. I think we are still at least one player short. But as I say, we've got money, wages, and January. So they're things we need to think about. Away to Dunfermline, then at home to Forfar. Macbeth's now dropped his concerns. Good. We sold 3 less season tickets than we did last season. Presumably some people moved away from the area. That's the only thing I think. Kieran Campbell. He still keeps showing up. There's some bits that just aren't quite there. We check on walls, don't we? That's what we need to do. Oh, has the training already been agreed? What do you want? Match tactics. Teamwork. Chance creation wasn't it? Chance conversion. Do we have a bit of team bonding as well beforehand? Because we did that. That worked out quite handy, didn't it? You know? Everyone needs to be happy about that. What was the passing map like? Down that left-hand side, ball playing to Brogan walls. Only 88. 66 combinations for Brogan. I thought he got more of the ball than that. Spencer got 79. Snowy Winter was playing all over the place. 117. 96 for Connor Allen. Okay. Hassan Tyler's joined the club. Now we're talking. Now we've got a big time midfielder in here. Physicals and mentals are very, very good. Can play DM if needs be. Can play centre midfield if needs be. Excellent. I found basically doing match tactics, team body, match prep every week of this part-time is a good cause because let's be honest, you're developing players. Yeah, that's what it was. So essentially, Fox, what I used to do was I would do match tactics and teamwork, and then I did do chance conversion, chance creation, or I'd do like set pieces. But because we're on the start of the season and because the morale's a little bit low, I'm thinking more about put the team bonding in at this point just to make everyone a bit happier. Only jumping reach of 13, to be honest. Heading of 7. He's only 6 foot as well, but he had a hell of a game. Hell of a game there. He was very, very dominant. I'm not expecting him to be as dominant all the time, but that's a great signing. Great start to the season. You know, cracking first match of the season. He looked unplayable. He looked genuinely unplayable. Like he was everywhere. Darren Hamilton, we tried to get him in, didn't he? Hassan Tyler to be unveiled, yeah. Ramsey's got his work permit as well. Get in. So he's quite an exciting player to bring off the bench, I think. Bit of acceleration. That 20 for determination is going to be key. And if he comes in just to create something a little bit different, then maybe we've got something up our sleeves. Yeah. Is Anderson worth a pop? I'm just thinking he can play everywhere across the back. His mentals aren't bad. His physicals are very good. He's played 15 games for Birmingham. He's played 3 for Sheffield Wednesday. He's played 23 times for Barnet. He's come from Millwall. Theoretically, he should be. He was quite expensive, wasn't he? But he now wants to be a squad player. That's what we like. Can this come down a bit? Maybe take it to what? Let's take a 550 first of all. See what he comes up with. Do we think 6 for the? sometimes we have to just spend a little, don't we? 600. And now air have come in from. I mean, look, it's a lot cheaper than the 900 he wanted before. So there is that. We might miss out on him, but never mind. At least we've tried. At least we've tried. You know? And if we don't sign anybody new, then that's not a problem. We just go with what we've got at this point. Maybe until we definitely know that there's someone that we need. A large swell of support for our direct style of football. Yeah. Yeah, Ramsey could be great, couldn't he? Like that little burst of pace. Bailey's gone to Ross County. Turned down Hearts. He's not going to do that, is he? Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Where are Ross County playing? Premiership. I get it. He was going to be an outside bet anyway. We don't play with wingers, so it's not the end of the world for him to come in. For him to not be there, I should say, sorry. Queen of the South want to take Tony Ross. No, we might move him into the first team, though. East Fife mentoring groups need attention. Just, there you go. You sort that out then. Peter Watts passed his fitness test. So, do we consider starting Peter Watt? Or do we have him on the bench? I think it was handy for Hessenthaler plays right back as well. Let's play Hessenthaler in there instead of Charnley. Rest him up for a second. Watt's still not fully fit. Let's maybe put Ramazet on the bench instead of Hendry, actually. Ian Zanko, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Hope you're well, man. Nice to see you. How's life treating you? Could be better. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, things are alright back here, man. I can't really complain, to be honest. So, life's shit at the minute. Like, look, the key word there is at the minute. Yeah. However bad it is, it's only just it's not forever, is it? So, obviously, sorry to hear that things are not going great, but hopefully they'll fix up soon, man. That's what we hope for, right? Next 10 days are gonna be horrific. Oh, okay, I won't ask much more, man. But well, you know, there's I'm sure there'll be plenty of people be thinking of you, reaching out. So if it's shit, wish you all the best for it, man. Whatever it is. Hessenthaler. McBride. We won a free kick. Walls gets fouled. Walls with a free kick now. Squad looks too big, almost like 20 odd players outside the first team. The trialists, Nige, don't worry. Trialists and kids. We're going to start moving things around, don't worry. We're not. This is coming towards the final decision making, I think. Handball coach I'm doing, 2 head coaches got COVID. I mean, it doesn't have COVID, it's still sick, can't go anywhere, they can't. I'm alone with 3 sections, do training and games. Yeah, that sounds brutal. That sounds brutal, mate. Yeah, I'm sure something can get organised. A bit organised, something. But yeah, it does sound a bit Bit heavy. Oh, best through. Offside apparently. The size of this Dunfermline Stadium, there's a second tier in the stands. So they're playing in the new camp. Just wondering whether we step up a bit more. We got one shot. We are, of course, away from home, so there's that thing where you're like, a point's better than no points. I think Dunfermline got relegated last season as well, so might be large. It doesn't have corners. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, Z. I mean, our stadium doesn't know. It doesn't even have three. It doesn't even have four stands. It's got one. So, you know, corners are an absolute luxury. Balls again getting up there in the air. Only 11,000 capacity. It's not worth having then, is it? Not worth having. Let's put Burrell on for Macbeth, actually. Lapsey's doing well. It's tiring, though. Grimmer's doing okay so far. Here's another concern of mine. Walls is 6'5" and he's starting to tire. Hessenthaler the same. So, well played. Thin side of the bar. Hessenthaler, Winter. Oh, here we go. McDonald picks it up. Driving forward. Doesn't quite win the corner. Winter wins it. Grimmer doesn't quite win it. Allen just smashes it forward. I'm wondering whether we're lacking a bit of mobility in Grimmer. Maybe put someone like Archie Green in there. Or Harrison, maybe? Harrison can step up there. His marking's only 7, though. His jumping reach is 18. His acceleration's 10. Anticipation 13. I'm going to put Green in there, actually. Just have him there as an anchor, actually. Who else is not playing particularly brilliant? McBride. Maybe we've got an option for Ramazay as well towards the end. Walls. Great ball. Woodcock's through. Oh. Walls ball doesn't get it. Tell you what. How's about we go now? Woodcock out on the left. Burrell can be the forward. Pressing forward on attack. I'm going to bring McDonald off, actually. Go there. Let's try that. Might lose a little bit in midfield, but Ramsey might be a bit more of a creative spark, possibly. So we're matching them as well now. Allen. Ramsey wins it. So let's lower that line, pull the press back a bit. Last couple of seconds. Right. Tell you what, slow that tempo down. Go more direct. Ramsey back in there. Wing on support. Try that. Ball clear. If we can do it, 0-0 against Dunfermline is a reasonable result. If Hassan Tyler, good tackle. Are we looking at respect the point? I think we are. Still unbeaten. Clean sheet. Good performance, I think. 55% possession despite the fact we're playing high tempo. I mean, we'd take that. We'd absolutely take that. At the start of the match, we were looking like you'd have expected them to have beaten us. Where were they last season? They got promoted actually. They got promoted as champions. So okay, an interesting one. It's away from home at the end of the day, though, isn't it? Let's get another copy of that training over as well. So, tactics, teamwork, I think, at this point. Chance conversion, chance creation, chance conversion. And then Sterling, maybe look at some set plays. Let me go to the toilet quickly as well before we get in the next match. Right, so 4 for next. We're not doing it. We're not doing the thing. Five 1 0-0. That's what we need to focus on. 4 points off 2 games. That's pretty much last season's total. Do you know what I mean? Already. Add a bit of that in there. Maybe this Sonny Winter's already making improvements. I love that. Patterson's doing fine as a youngster. Support's now getting a bit better. Get him on that language course. Make him part of the community. Get him to have a Scottish accent at the end of it. That'd be fucking brilliant. I'm gonna say, what's he got for set pieces? A free kick taking 11. And that could actually be quite high, to be honest. It's the best bar a centre back. Well, no, midfielder actually. 6'4", 18. Nice. Who's a decent corner? Cross the taker, Danny Spencer. Let them feel it out, I suppose. You guys work it out. Work it out amongst yourselves who's going to take them. Scouts are still returning nobody. Maybe we 15 to 22 is a bit. Ongoing thing. Darren Hamilton's gone to Inverness. I guess we were never really going to get him. I mean, I guess this guy's the other option for DLP, isn't it? Dylan Loban. He doesn't think he is a DLP, but he's got vision, he's got teamwork, he's got passing, he's got off the ball, he's got first touch, decision making, and composure. So he's kind of got what we need, really. He's got good jumping reach as well, so he can intercept the ball when it comes over the top. His marking and his anticipation aren't great. Determination's very low. Work rate's very low. Tries killer balls often, so you want him to get that, ping the balls up over the top. Could be him, couldn't it? Dare we say an Enganj? We may say an Enganj. What is he? 6'4"? Yeah. He could be an Enganj. The thing is, though, if we put him there, then Walls is going to stop getting the ball, isn't he? Has a potentially be a leading championship level midfielder in the future. If it's killer ball trait, then play them longer. How many players have we brought in? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. Brought quite a lot in, actually. Brought in quite a lot. How many nailed on starters? Well, that's what I'm about to work out, actually, to be honest. So McAtee can go back into the defense, into the young the reserves. Skink can go back in. Actually, Skink's maybe close to a starting. He's almost first team worthy, Skink. At this point, teams do have a high level of turnovers. That is true. That is true. Marco Owens will keep him back as well, just for now. Remove from position. We've still got players that we're not going to play. Cunt Skink is a local soup. It is, yeah, it is, and that's why he's named as such. It's a deliberate thing. To be honest, he's been renamed. I mean, it'd be amazing if there was actually a player in the database called Cullen Skink, but Yeah, no, he was named specifically for that. I am partial to a bit of Colin Skink as well, actually. That's a lot of green, isn't it? Look at this. It's Dundee, though. Queen of the South still want to try and take Tony Ross. No. Cullen's 8 miles from you. Oh, nice. Anderson's agreed to join. There you go, everyone. We've got our fullback in. Right, I'm drawing a line under recruitment now. No more recruitment. Yeah? It's pretty good. If we look at it now, so first team players we've brought in, Snowy Winter, who should really be our first choice starter. We've brought in Stephen Gray, who's backup really, but is an option up front. So he's fine. Cavalier is a backup goalkeeper, as is Fotheringham. Lapsley is a loanee fullback who might play. Is currently playing due to injuries at the minute. Peter Watt, loanee fullback, who's going to come in and hopefully do pretty well for us. Hassan Tala is going to come in and now be a first team midfielder, I think. He's probably going to oust. He's probably going to allow Charnley a bit of rotation, and he's certainly going to be the guy who's going to put some pressure on Green, I think. Ramazé is just a bit of fun. Might be quite decent. Not a first team starter, but certainly someone to come off the bench and mix things up a bit. And then Anderson could be a starter, really, with those physicals and that mentals. So I think that seems to be the squad sorted, doesn't it? Really, if you look at how we are now in the league, so we're the tallest, we're the strongest. If we look in terms of, we're not the fastest. So first touch, sorry, is 5th. Second highest decision making. We have the 4th highest passes. Strongest and highest work rate. Get in. Teamwork's really high. Leadership's really good. Aggression's really good. Second most aggressive team in the league. Defensively minded, strong, good acceleration with the quickest centre halves, the quickest defence in the league. Pace is the 3rd, positioning 2nd, marking 4th, jumping reach is 3rd, heading is 2nd, tackling is 3rd. Obviously, this includes midfielders and attackers as well, so some of that will move things down. Technical players, which still only about 5. Decision making is 3. 3rd highest tacklers in the midfield. 2nd highest teamwork. More stamina. Everyone's going to be running around, which is what we wanted as part of the DNA. Long shots. Vision's not brilliant, but again, maybe we bring a DLP in, possibly to change that. Physically, this is the team across the board. 2nd highest acceleration. 7th highest agility. Not brilliant, but as we say, good balance, good jumping reach, fit, quick, really high stamina, really strong. Mentally, determination's high, work rate's high, bravery's high. Anticipation's still low. That's something we need to work on. We're aggressive, good concentration levels, leaders in the team now, and that teamwork attribute is high, that teamwork rating's high. Set pieces, we are there and thereabouts. No excuse yet. Like, realistically, you're right, Zar. This team should now be up there or thereabouts. Passion FC with a bit of skill, which is my philosophy. It's my absolute philosophy, Otto. Like, I believe that if you give 100%, if you've got players who are willing to sweat for 90 minutes and give their all, then all you need is someone with a bit of ability on the top, like who can just be those creative players, because you can't outwork someone who just has no quit in them. Like, that's where we are. Looks like he should be playing high intense pressing. Probably one superstar with real skill. Yeah. We'd all love that as well. Worldwide in with a tier 1 sub. Appreciate that, Worldwide. Very kind. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. If we're going to be critical about any of those stats, it's up front. Agreed, Rich. I don't think we can rely on Macbeth. I think McBride's got a hat trick, but that's 3 goals in 6 games. Let's put it that way. Burrell's not going to be our starting striker. Woodcock comes in, can do the job. Ramazay, maybe. Finishing a 4, possibly not. But we've got Tony Ross just sneaking down the bottom here. Could be an option to bring in. So, yeah, I think you're right. Up front is probably where we've not strengthened, per se. But, you know, we're pressing quite a bit. You know, maybe we can dial that up again if needs be. But let's have a look. That's something to be optimistic about, surely. Like, looking at that, going, right, okay, fair enough. All the things we wanted to improve upon, we have. Like, we've improved everything we needed from last season. We're now a much more balanced side. We've filled in the blanks of, like, right, you know, where's those bits of, where's those determined players, where's that teamwork, where's that, you know, winning mentality. That's what we need. And we wanted those sorts of, like, the team bonding's helping get the players into a bit of sort of like, oh cool, we're all in this together sort of thing, you know. And that's great to see those players do that. That's fantastic. Tempted to put Archie Green in there just for now in place of Grimmer, who's played well, but I want to have a look at that. Jumping reach of 15 though. Green 16. And Harrison's is 18, but it's also not particularly good at the attacking side of stuff. Right. Peter Watt's coming in as well. Give him his debut, I think. Let's go for it. Us versus Forfar. Get us fist pumping. Time to get some revenge. Unbeaten in 2. That's how I've got to look at it. In the league. That was good for us. Or at least it gives us a bit of hope. Right, we're positive at this point. We're at home, so we can afford to push it a bit more, go attacking as well. Give Walls another chance to go flying up the headers all the time. Unbeaten all season, don't go. Oh, he's going to get sent off. 30 seconds in. We're already. No, stop it. Stop those. Can't believe that we've already ended up with a man sent off. You know what? He dove in. That's fine. He's committed to win the ball. That's what it's all about. Do we have stuck in on? Nope. Nope. He just woke up Raggio angry. He figured that was his moment. He was listening to me talking about like what the team's got, and he was like, okay. Like, you know in A Clockwork Orange when they show them the look at the ref, the flag stays down. Yeah, you know in A Clockwork Orange when they've got their eyes open and they show them like all the images to get them all riled up. That's what happened. That's the team talk. 11 men was holding us back. Yeah. McBride, look at that. Beautifully timed. Might want to swap the midfield set up around as well, actually. I might move I might move McDonald back into the DN role. And I might move Walls across a bit. Like that. Still there. More space to play in now. Yeah, there is. There absolutely is, which could be a good thing, Zeke. We could look to play the ball in there and play a bit more, but there's also more space for them to play, which might be a concern. McDonald intercepts though. Essenthaler. McDonald again. We can drop into 2 DMs if needs be. It's not the end of the world. Okay, Anderson up, moving up a bit. He's a wing back, that's a good point actually. Alan, oh, that's a silly ball, Alan. Why are you playing it back inside? You could have played it back outside. Cleared away. Pokes is in. Hello, Pokes, just as an overhead kick arrives as well. How are you, my man? Welcome. Everyone, if you are not following Pokes, by the way, you're doing Twitch wrong. Make sure you follow Pokes right now. Go and drop a follow on the man's channel. He is entertainment all over the place. Overhead kicks are like, they're the thing, aren't they? Absolute thing. Hope you're well, pal. How was the stream? Welcome in. And Benjamin Besser's in. Danish Kev's in as well. We all love Pokes. We all love Pokes, Kev. You've joined us, Pokes and Pokes' community. Welcome in. We are 1-0 up as East Fife against Forfar. Do not make the jokes. Do not make the jokes. We've been playing with 10 men from like 30 seconds into the game because for some reason Lapslide just decided to go throwing himself straight into a tackle that he didn't really need to do. We were reading out the list of how the team looks in terms of our setup now against the rest of the teams in the league, and he got so excited he just decided he wanted to go and kick somebody. So that happened early doors. We then took the lead, and it's like, right, okay, fair enough, let's now just sit back a little bit. So at the minute we're still top of Scottish League One, which is great because last season we were expected to finish in the playoffs, and then we finished one position above the relegation playoffs, which was disappointing, I think, to say the least. So we've recruited in the summer, we've readdressed our tactics, we've looked at everything that we think we need to improve, and we're now, according to the stats, probably the best team in the league. Rover Walls, absolute banger. And we go there. Nelios Bombelios is in. Forza Fife. And look at this. Look at this Bombelios. McBride runs the channel. Look how much space Walls has got. Bang. Fair play, proper squad building. Well, we did 2 streams, Pokes. Literally 2 streams of recruitment. Being like, right, that player is okay. That player, we need a bit more dynamism here. What's the philosophy? We stripped everything back, absolutely everything back, and we went for it. So we think we've recruited pretty well. Although there was still one moment in time where we didn't actually get a second goalkeeper in, so we started the cup against Aberdeen with a 15-year-old goalkeeper in. Lost 3-1. Danish Kev, loving the Football Manager podcast. The understanding staffing was great. That was a brilliant bit, wasn't it? Like, I learned loads from that as well, to be honest. And I think that's what I like about the podcast. And I'm glad you enjoy it. Thank you so much, by the way, for listening. Skafterson with a goal. 2-1. Yeah, we're learning stuff as well all the time whenever we listen to this. So it is great. And I'm glad you're getting something from it as well. I did see that Benjamin Bear, by the way, beat Corinthians 11-0 and Callum's Slough 6-0. Oh, sorry, actual Slough. Sorry, my mistake. 15-year-old goalkeeper is now going to be great. Makes me think of Owen shooting against that little kid. It's 100% that. 100% that, Pokes. It was just, like, he conceded after a minute, and I was like, oh dear. It's just going to be like, it's going to be one of those days. Yeah, I think we're taking the strike up at this point. Let's just see it out. I'm tempted to just interrupt the highlight, but that feels like cheating. There we go. That'll do. Right, I think it's time for... I'm going to bring Macbeth's got the goal, but you know what? I think we need double DMing. Ruined the kid's career in that video, didn't he? Talking about how badly affected him mentally. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's been just absolutely smashed around. Which, fair enough. DM on defend there. Brazilian box time. Although maybe it's I thought that flashed up for a goal. I was like, oh no, that feels like a goal at this point, doesn't it? I'm tempted as well to bring our attacking line down just a smidge. I thought what was going to like sort of donkey kick that then for a second. Because yeah, we've got nobody up front to collect the ball really. So maybe bring the striker back a bit. Offside, ref, offside. Thank you, thank you. What on earth were we doing there? Right. Disciplined. Slow that tempo down a smidge. Miles off, miles off. We can bring another striker off. Maybe we bring... I mean, what? 2 minutes to go? Would strikerless be offensive to people? So let's put him on as a target forward, actually. Then at least he can hold the ball up, can't he? If needs be. Get the ball away. Anderson inside. Hessenthal, look at the space Watt's got. Doesn't quite get through for Gray, unfortunately. Look, I'm looking at the clock. I'm looking at the clock. Everyone else is looking at the clock as well. Gray needs to win that. Sonny Winter. There he is. Premiership experience, that's what he does. Former Tottenham boy, Pokes. Sonny Winter. Snowy Winter, I should say. So I'm going to rename him Sonny Winter, actually. I think he's a ray of sunshine. I think it's getting a little bit tighter there, isn't it? Great. That'll do. What a win. What a win. I mean, to do that with 10 men keeps us top of the league. Now that's the mentality. That's what we were talking about. Get those players in there who are going to be winners. You know, breeds confidence, doesn't it? Breeds confidence. Last season we'd have capitulated and we'd have lost like 8-0 or something. Not going to appeal that. He's getting a 3-match ban clearly because it was straight red. And it was a disgusting tackle as well. Absolutely awful. Like to be fair, he probably needs to be interviewed by the police as to why he's done it. It felt premeditated, and that's the problem. Good win and Lapsley gets himself a little rest. Yeah, if anything, he's actually done that. Yeah, it's a good point. Just went, you know what? Do I have to play all the time, Gaffer? No, not really. You can have yourself a little bit of a rest if you want. Try that. Porter Cabin Club shop with mob with happy fans. I think we sold a shirt, Nelios. Queen of the South still trying to get Tony Ross. He's not going. He's not going. He's staying where he is. We've got a Stirling Albion are coming to town. Then we've got Cowdenbeath. That's the derby, isn't it? That's the derby, Cowdenbeath. The old granny that knits the shirts have to be making some more. I mean, there was rumours, Nelios, that we sold out of pies. And I appreciate you, by the way, for dropping those photographs of the stadium into the Discord, which of course is a lovely link and a segue into that. So come and join the Discord if you haven't already done so, and come and see the pictures of East Fife that Nelios Bembelios has wonderfully gone and done for us, and has taken some pictures. And what an absolute stunning car park the stadium the stadium is, really. If anyone's interested in the food options on the day at the ground, Scotch pie, steak pie, mac and cheese pie, sausage roll, hot dog, chocolates, crisps, bovril, hot chocolate, coffee, tea, a Capri Sun, juice, and soup. Just generic soup. 54 flavours of all soup if you have a call back to Peter Campbell in Banbridge. Soup. So, yeah. Get yourself down. And it's next to a power plant. So, you know what I mean? Springfield Isotopes. Go Topes. Brad McCulloch. There's the boy we wanted. He didn't want to join before, did he? They require no wage contribution. Then you will not get wage contribution. Simpson, eh? I'll remember that name. Attacking playmaker. Are we just... I know this is a silly thing to say, but are we just trying to crowbar quality players in for no reason now? Do we need another really good player in midfield? You can never have enough really good players in midfield, can you? We'll think about it. If we can get McCulloch up top, that could be a really good get. I don't think we will, though. I don't think he will agree it. He didn't agree it before. He's quick. It looks like he might have a bit of an eye for goal. Simpson from St Mirren. St Mirren have had some brilliant players at the minute in their team, just like popping out some absolute talent. So when we get there, that's what we'd like. Because people who are new to the stream, by the way, and we haven't just managed East Fife all this way through. We are in season 12. We actually started. This is where we are so far. So this is the British Steel Challenge. The plan being we're trying to win 35 trophies, which is everything in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. We started unemployed, started with no badges, started no experience. We ended up in Banbridge in Northern Ireland, 3rd Division Northern Irish football. We took charge there, loved it, absolutely loved Northern Ireland. So good fun. Banbridge was brilliant as well. We even had some of the players in the stream as well. We got promoted from the 3rd division. We also won a cup, so that means we have 2 trophies there. Portadown, nothing really happened there, to be honest. They got relegated from the Premiership, came into the Championship, and we thought, oh, that'd be a good one for us to step up. Nothing happened. We then jumped up to Dungannon, who were bottom of the Premiership at the time, won a cup, having knocked out Portadown previously. And because we were almost going to get relegated, we just jumped ship. Then got the job at Linfield, who finished 2nd the season previously. We won the title. We won another cup as well, so 2. Then we left to join Oxford United. We were there for what felt like ages, 4 years almost, 3.5 years really. We won the Vanarama National League. We won League 2 runners-up. We won the FA Trophy. League 1 was hard. We couldn't get anything in the Papa John's. So we moved to East Fife, and that's where we are. As I say, season 1 at East Fife was grim. Season 2 started better. Let's hopefully we can keep that good momentum going. Zara, it feels like we've been here for 12 seasons. That's just Scotland, Zara. That's how Scottish football feels. Like, it's like real football, but it's just more grim. Like, you know, the life expectancy is shorter, so everything feels longer. Quality, not quantity for us. Exactly. McCulloch's already turned us down again, unfortunately. So, which is a shame because I mean, you know, he looks like he could be all right, to be honest. But never mind, it's not a problem. You know, we weren't budgeting for him. It would be good if we could get another striker in there, but let's work on the assumption that we aren't going to have one before now, the end of the end of the transfer window. So Chris Anderson will put in on the right hand side. Peter Watt, of course, on the left hand side. Tempted to keep it as it is because that side did pretty well. Like, it did what it had to do. Make home advantage count. Interesting to see what Sterling come up with. What are we thinking? 4-4-2. Okay. Again, we're at home, so pressure's going to be on us to get a result, I think. Hessenthaler. Watt gives the ball away, unfortunately. There we go. Watt's already back. Launches it again. Maybe a little bit more controlled, possibly. Might be an idea there, rather than just pinging balls over. Hessenthaler. Walls. Macbeth. McBride. We call him the Scottish striker. McDonald. Oof. Butterfield flying in there. That should have been. Fair play for McDonald for just standing it up and being like, nah, I'm not getting fouled here. They could give away a red card. Ooh, back post flick on. What does the league look like at this point? Sterling currently 6th. Okay. Nothing from Sterling so far. They're sitting a bit deeper. Thane whips it in, headed away. Tempted to be a bit more attacking, to be honest. What? McDonald, Anderson, get the ball down the line. And Walls wins it again. McBride with a decent effort. Let's go attacking, actually. It is all us. Good challenge. No, that's not a penalty, surely. It's weak. Soft one, isn't it? Then saved. That's what we want to see. Love that. Love that. Thane, he's a player that we thought about signing. He has previously been at East Fife. We weren't convinced about getting him in, and then he's gone and missed a penalty there. So there's still a lot of football left. Caddy is amazing, isn't he? Like, he's just played in the Gold Cup for Martinique. He's basically encouraged us to bring another Martinique player in. It's not a game of good chances though. Only one shot on target, and I think that might have been the penalty, to be honest. So let's keep it as it is. We've got players that are struggling. Tony Watt, for example, is on a 6.6. Snowy Winter's starting to tire a smidge. McBride and Macbeth haven't really, they're both 6.5s. They're not getting involved so much. Green misses the ball. Cleared up though. Hessenthaler misses it. McDonald, that's right. Just keep the ball on the floor this time. Allen over the ball. Oh. I think, to be honest, Macbeth wasn't quite expecting that then. Hessenthaler. Macbeth. Oh, great save. Bit more like it. Ball's coming in. Green clears it. Has a goal. Brian's coming off for Gray, I think. Let's see what he can do. I'm thinking making us pressing forward, actually. Frozen Fluffy in with a sub as well. 2 months, thank you for that, Luffy. Appreciate the support, very, very kind. Corner's in, cleared away. Sterling are known as the Binnos. I mean, they've got the Wallace Monument though, so we, you know, that's the thing we need to think about them. Feeling that they're going to hit us on the break as well. Blocked out. Anderson's not having a great job. He's a 6.3. Watts on a 6.5. Walls back inside. Hessenthaler's on a 6.6. Green's actually on a 6.8. Macbeth, let's bring him off for Tony Ross actually. No, Woodcock. Try that. Now if that doesn't work, Hessenthaler can come on and we can put in fact, let's look at doing that now actually. 77 minutes. Hessenthaler can come off. Ramsey can come on. Donald's playing well. But he's tired. Brogan Walls is playing well, but he's tired. Do we go with one up top? Let's try that. Ramsey, free kick in, out of the way. Slightly more of a 4-4-2 flavour now, but at least we've got two forwards and two wingers. See if that can help us create something. Spencer. What? Good ball down the line. Spencer pulls it back. Gets a second goal. In again. Gray straight at the keeper. It's better though. At least we've got some shots on target now. Still though. 13 shots, 5 on target. Ball's fit through. It's not going to go through though. Gray. Ramsey. Great ball through. Spencer. Oh my God. Gotta be kidding me. Tweaking those tactics like an artist. Oh. Offside. Offside. Oh. Pokes. Almost. Tweaking those tactics like an artist, having a few extra strokes here and there. I'm saying our masterclass. Nearly a masterclass for Sterling. We haven't quite got away with it just yet though. Nearly. McDonald. Woodcock. Inside for Gray. Doesn't pick it up. Wins it back though. Spencer. Get a good cross in. Have another go. Oh! Ramsey could have made himself a hero. Probably only the second Martinique player to ever play for East Fife. About to take the comment back, but I don't need to. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. Is that Green giving away a free kick? Can we bring any more changes? No. That's where we are. This is where we are. Last few seconds. Free kick's about to come in. Can we see it away? Yes, we can. Respect the point. We can respect the point, right? It was better. We certainly played better in the second half. We switched it up a little bit. We pressed a bit more. I'll take another 0-0. We got away with it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, sympathise it was one of those days. Yeah, that's fine. Take it. Like, they had a penalty. Caddy saved it. If Caddy doesn't save it, we've lost that. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, yes, we pushed on a little bit, but we nearly scored it as well. There's a Spencer goes close, hits the post. If that goes in, different match, innit? Different match. Away at Cowdenbeath. I think we get a bit of team bonding in there again. Get the chance conversion in. Yeah, that big derby against the Blue Brazil. That's why we've got the team bonding in there. Come on, boys. In terms of changes, I'm not really sure if there's anything to change at this point. David Campbell does not want to sign for us, does he? Like, let's... Oh, hang on, right. How much is he going to want? Here's the question. Whatever he wants, we pay it. $2,000. Why is he even entertaining it? Just, oh yeah, we'll chat. Yeah. Oh, how much do you want? $2,000? Come on, mate. There's no way we're gonna get anywhere near $2,000. I can do you 800. Give him everything. Give him the whole. I can give him 700 quid. International cap bonus. You have 350 quid. I can give him as much as we want. Winning the league gets you a bonus. Winning the cup gets you a bonus. Winning that gets you a bonus. Winning everything gets you a bonus, essentially. No. Never mind. We tried. He's just being rude, yeah. That to me, chat, that suggests he didn't want to come. He hasn't bought into the project, has he? He doesn't. Do you know what I mean? We don't need those sorts of players. We need players who want to be part of what we stand for. It's big money, folks. 350 quid for being an international footballer. That's huge. David Duncan, is he still an option? Spencer's still wanting to get a move, is he? They run through walls, but if you include a hamper of fancy nibbles, oh yeah. Get him some proper like oat cakes in there, then he'd be going for it. If we told him that like we'd serve him stovies every single day, I reckon he'd be there. If we'd have shown him the menu at the club, the macaroni pie, the bovril, he'd have done it. But nah, he's just been like he's fucking, Billy Big Bollocks living over in Edinburgh, with like trams and international arts festivals and that. He's not even considered the Kingdom of Fife with it's one bus every week. So I don't know. If anything, it screams of a prima donna, really. And he would only have caused problems. Can you give him payment exclusively at Iron Brew? Like every player in Scotland has played exclusively at Iron Brew. In fact, this is £350 worth of Iron Brew a week. That's what it is. No one gets real money in Scotland, so we all have to make sure that our Iron Brew intake is tip top, because otherwise we go weak and die. That's the problem. So gotta keep those blood sugars up somehow. It's not an isotonic drink; it's 100% isotonic, in a sense. David Duncan might be up for it after turning us down in the summer. That might be handy enough. He could be a decent backup at centre half. And then we can look to sell some people off as well. So people like Hamilton, for example, who, yes, on paper, yes, on paper looks good enough. I think we can offer him out. Do you know what I mean? Like, his anticipation's not great. He was a bit slow and troublesome when we played him. So, not brilliant. Jordan O'Neill as well. Again, another player who's not really done as much as we would hope. Offer him out. I think we might have to offer out Callum Hendry or possibly Roman Burrell, because I don't think Burrell's going to get as much as we were hoping for, actually. Not a great deal. Burrell's not been great, to be honest. 6.6. We haven't really played him a great deal. He played like 4 sub appearances last year. So it's not the end of the world. We brought him in at a time we thought he'd be quite handy, but he's just not quite done what we hoped. Why do you put such an insane asking price? I didn't think that there was an insane asking price on you. 60 grand. You're happy with that, are you? Fair enough. 60 grand's quite a lot for a player who's not playing. Pokes is away. Pokes, absolute pleasure. Pleasure to have you in. Appreciate the raid. As I say, we'll see you very, very soon. Get some hampers made up as I'm working on some new signs tomorrow. Nice. I'll pop in and have a watch, mate, because I do enjoy popping into your stream. So, yeah, as I say, my chat, if you're not following Pokes already, make sure you do so and get yourselves in there. Follow the man. It's entertainment. Absolute entertainment. You'll love it. But yeah, no, like I say, appreciate the raid, buddy. And yeah, best of luck. We'll catch you very soon, hopefully. So Cowdenbeath and then Montrose. Transfer window closes tonight as well. So given the fact we've just gone past midnight, I think we look to close the transfer window. Maybe tomorrow, possibly. We maybe play the Cowdenbeath game now, and then we have a think. We've got Cove Rangers in the SPFL Cup. That's pretty decent. How many rounds? Fourth, quarters, semis and finals. Cove Rangers we'll take that. I think maybe we What I might do is I might bring Anderson out, put Steele in at fullback, because we are away from home. Fullback and support. Lapsley's back though, so we could maybe put Lapsley in there, and also I think I might put Woodcock in for Macbeth. So I might do. Oh, double D's turned up. Campbell's gone to Arbroath. Championship side. It's understandable. Gray could be an option as well, actually. We change both of those. We put the target forward in there. Then Woodcock up top. We can always then bring them on. Slightly more. I was going to say defensive, but you know what I mean. Like it's not defensive, but we are trying to win the ball back a little bit more. So let's keep that as it is like that then. Go out. Let's get at them. Fucking Cowdenbeath, if that is in fact your real name. I mean, they're all stacked up there, so we could do with someone who's going to get up there and at least battle a bit. So maybe Gray and Woodcock are probably the right idea, to be honest. Positive mentality still. We're going to sit on a mid block. Might have to push our defenders up if we look like we can force the play a bit. Ball inside. Good ball. Force is a problem. Is that a corner? I think it is. 26 seconds in. Corner, any very narrow pitch as well. It suits us because we play quite narrow. It just means that it's going to be so congested here. Walls floats the corner in, nodded away. Watt picks it up, flies it back in. Simpson's free kick, cleared away. The top, that'll do. Nodded back by Winter. He's been a great signing, hasn't he? Like, I know we're looking like match day 5 or something, 4 or 5, but he just looks great. There's Walls through. There's Gray. There's Woodcock. Oh, saved. Caddy just launching it. Walls of the corner, headed away. Throw in, I think, for East Fife. Looks like it. Free kick though to Cowdenbeath. Walls gets it away. Watt's got so much space to run into. Can he get his head up? Yes, he can. That was for you, Franco. That one is for you. Let's show this lot. The Brazil playing yellow. Absolutely, Nelios. Watt pulls it back. There's Gray. He's not going to get an easier goal than that, is he? Let's be honest. Proper good counter-attack stuff, that as well. And Donald Hessenthaler. Gray over the top. Turns provider this time for Woodcock. Closing down. McDonald into space. That's what we want. The pitch is like proper narrow in it and compact. So these long balls are great because it's just they're just putting the ball into space. The tiny bit of space there is in the pitch. I love how it's churning as well. It's proper lower league pitch. In League One, it looks like we're actually playing like on a really bad school pitch. They use the stadium for banger racing, do they? It's pretty good. Walls, Woodcock, McDonald, Steele down the line. There's Gray. Oh. It's 2-0. There we go. I mean, it seems a shame to turn the computer off at some point now, doesn't it? This is why we spent 2 nights going over the tactics, going over the players, trying to work out, have we got the right balance? Two nights. And to be fair, Yeren's come in and he's changed that DLP and Bowen midfielder all round at that point, but everything else is just like, we've worked it together. Walls is having an incredible season. Next stream is guaranteed to be a loss. Oh, like it'll only be defeat seed. We won't win another game next stream. Woodcock's through. I can understand his idea. Try and like either play it to the back post there or try and bend it around, but just nobody there at that point. 10 chances in the first half. I think we had 10 chances all of last season. But balls at the top, great challenge by Watt. Walls and McDonald are having a great time, aren't they? Absolutely, they've got that pairing's there. And even Green's looking assured in that DM role. Like he doesn't look, maybe he doesn't have the engine to get up and down the pitch, but he can certainly break the play up, which I guess is what we wanted him to. We wanted to be a bit of a destroyer. Maybe he's more of a Makaleli than a Vieira. You know, this is nosebleed territory for the club. I know, Nelius. I almost feel like I should resign just in case. All the players are being drug tested, like as we speak. Are you sure you're the same team that was playing last season? And to all intents and purposes, we pretty much are. Gray with the ball pulls back. Because Caddy was there last season, Steele was there last season but didn't play. Allen was there last season. Obviously Winter wasn't, Watt wasn't, Green was, McDonald was, Walls was, Hessenthaler wasn't, Gray wasn't, but Macbeth and McBride were, and obviously Woodcock was as well towards the back end of the season. So it's not like we've completely changed the team either. We've just sort of got rid of some of the chaff and then added that steel, that quality, that grit, that teamwork. Nice goal. Iron E numbers have been tested for PEDs. Well, it does show up on the banned substance list, to be honest, so you can't use it in the Olympics. You can't drink Iron Brew. Which is why we don't send any athletes to the Olympics, because it's a silly place. Oof, Winter with the back post out there. Let's put Charlie on, give him a bit of a run out. Green's now a 6'5", McDonald a 6'4". So we need to start considering locking up shop a little bit. Winter with the header away. So we're not quite going into blue Brazil box territory just yet, but Donald on a 6'4", so expect Grimmer to come on and to shore up that double DM slot in a second. Here we go. Let's do that now. Grimmer can go in, and I think we bring Walls back. Woodcock can stay out there. Tony Ross can stay wider. Actually, we can make him a Mazzala. In fact, yeah, let's keep it like that. Actually, in fact, also let's swap that in. So a couple of minutes to go. If we see this one out, big if now, of course, with the highlight. Focus time, focus time. That ball away. Good challenge, Woodcock. Walls, Green. Just keep the ball, boys. There we go, that's how you do it. Absolutely outstanding. I think the fans have got the bragging rights. We're just behind Cove Rangers at the minute. So when it comes to the cup game, that's going to be a massive game. Happy? I think we're all happy with that. I can't see why we wouldn't be. It's exactly what we want at this point. I think we call it a day there, and I think we go and Callum is busy. 6 playoffs in a row. This sounds like Callum is about to potentially bottle it. So I would say go and head across to Callum. Make sure you give him some love as well. Do go and drop a follow on him. We love Why Callum to bits. Thank you as always for tonight. Jamie, appreciate it. Appreciate all the raids. Appreciate all the follows. Appreciate everyone who's joined the Discord. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Sunday. We'll see. Keep your eyes on the Discord. Keep your eyes on Twitter. Appreciate everyone. If we don't see you, have a great weekend. Take care. And we will see you soon. Go and give our love to Callum. All the best. Bye now.
Thank you so much for the follow as well. You have got to be joking me.